welcome to episode 17 of A Bit of Everything. I'm Henry Higgins.
And I'm Josh Higgins.
And today we're doing our regular NXT Takeover predictions. The 5-match card coming from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. It's on tonight. Normally it's on a Saturday, so we're having to rush this video to get it out. It's the 5th takeover from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, but it's not called Brooklyn 5. Because it's in New York, it's just New York Takeover. Possibly not called Brooklyn 5 because SummerSlam this year isn't from Brooklyn, so it's messed up the calendar a little bit. But we've got 5 title matches. Without any further ado, with our little script here, let's get on with the first match, and it is the NXT Tag Team Championship match between the defending champions, the War Raiders, who I think have had 1, maybe 2 matches since they won the belt, taking on the makeshift team of Aleister Black and Ricochet. Now, Ricochet and Aleister Black teamed up and won the Dusty Tag Team Classic, which has earned them this title shot. Interestingly, they're also in a SmackDown Tag Team title match at WrestleMania, and they fought for the Raw Tag Team titles last week, so they'll be fighting for all 3 Tag Team titles within the space of a week. Right, now, with this one, I'm going with the War Raiders to win, simply again because Aleister Black and Ricochet have stuff to do on Sunday with WrestleMania. They're also pretty much called up full time now. So it's a nice way for them to go out on their backs and give the War Raiders a big victory as they then go on to dominate the tag team division. So I'm going with War Raiders, Hanson and Rowe. What about you?
I am also going with the Raw Raiders, but for a different reason.
Oh, for a different reason. Go on.
I'm thinking that it has been quite a long time, but they haven't had a lot of title defences.
They haven't, no.
So, like, to lose on, like, maybe first or second defence is, like, not really that good, because they did that with the North American belt. Johnny lost it in his first defence, and I don't want War Raiders to do it in one of their first defences either.
No, that's a good thinking. I mean, the tag team titles possibly have had the most consistency with semi-lengthy title reigns. But we're both going with the War Raiders on that one. So basically, this one of us is not going to go out. We're going to be drawing regardless of the result there. But yeah, we think the Tag Team Championships are staying where they are right now. The next match on the card, and again, we're just going from what we think the running order will be. Obviously, we don't know what the running order will be. But it's the United Kingdom Championship with Pete Dunne, who is closing in on 700 days as champion. That's easily a record on the main, in WWE in recent memory. Wiping out CM Punk's long title reign, the New Day's tag team title reign, Asuka's title reign, and he's defending against Volta, who has debuted quite recently in NXT UK. But you've been impressed so far, haven't you? You weren't really aware of Walter much until he turned up. Obviously, when he made his debut at Takeover Blackpool and he showed up, you kind of thought, oh, he's a big deal. It's the toughest test of Pete Dunne's reign. He's also the largest man I think Pete Dunne's defended the belt against. Who are you going for and why?
I'm going to go with Walter on this one. For the simple reason, with the total opposite of the War Raiders match, I think he's had it for too long.
I think he's holding him back.
It's holding him back. It's like he's having it for ages. One of these times he is going to lose. Like, as much as I'd want him to see, like, I want him to get past like 2 years with the belt. I also don't want Walt to lose this early in his run.
Yeah, I mean, I think he is just past 3. No, he's not quite, is he? He's closing in on 2 years. So you think he's going to lose, but you don't want him to lose at this point. You want him to reach a 2-year point.
I want him to reach 2 years.
Okay. I'm actually going for Pete Dunne. I think he's going to keep the belt here. I think WWE's got something where he's an amazing talent. He's easily the shining star of the UK division. And it's crazy when you look at Mustache Mountain, British Strong Style, him, Trent Seven, Tyler Bate, and Trent Seven being the worst member of that team is insane because of how good Trent Seven is. It shows you how much talent's just in those three. I think he's going to keep the belt because I think it needs to change on a UK takeover. I don't think he's going to win cleanly, or even pin Walter. There could be a DQ, it could be someone else making a run in. I've heard online some people predicting someone like Jordan Devlin making a run in. So I think Pete Dunne's going to keep the belt, and I think he is going to win the match, but I don't think he's going to pin Walter. It's a hard one, this, and what's making me kind of flip is Pete Dunne's ready for the main roster. He really is. And the belt is almost held him back in a way, but you need someone like that to make the belt mean something. An almost 700-day reign isn't to be sniffed at, so if it does end tonight, ends. But I think the Bruiserweight continues on. Walter takes his first loss, whether it's clean or not, whether it's a pinfall or not, and they build to an even bigger rematch at the next UK takeover. And that's when he'll lose the belt. And they may even have him lose the belt in a 3 or a 4-way, so he doesn't have to be pinned. That could cheapen it, but it'll keep Pete strong when he moves on. Either way, you're going for Walter. Do you think he will win the belt as well, or do you think he's just going to win the match? Now that I've thrown that little caveat in there.
I think he will get the belt, so.
I think he'll get the belt. Okay, so you think that's the first title change of the night?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our first difference of the night. So Pete Dunne wins, I go 2-1 up. Walter wins, you go 2-1 up. If it's a draw, meh. The next match is for the North American Championship, so it's an American mid-card belt being defended on the American Takeover. And it's my favourite wrestler in NXT, and I believe he's your favourite wrestler in NXT as well. The Velveteen Dream, defending his newly won championship against Matt Riddle, who has taken NXT by storm. The Bro. It's an interesting one, this one. Riddle's undefeated. Dream has lost a fair bit on takeovers, but has always put in a great showing. He just won the belt from Gargano, who you mentioned earlier. He lost on his first defense. Storyline reason for that obviously was going to be what the main event should have been. Ciampa versus Gargano. Gargano getting his full redemption and winning the belt from Ciampa. Injuries messed that up. The build to this match has been fantastic. Trying like psychologically one up each other. Dream coming out on a couch is just Dream. And Riddle not being fazed by it is just Riddle. I think Riddle's going to win the belt here. I think Riddle's going to beat Dream. It's going to be a stellar match, as always. Dream has never disappointed on a takeover yet. Riddle's just getting his feet wet still, really. I believe Dream's going to lose because I think Dream is going to be either in the Andre Battle Royal at WrestleMania, a home, by the way, deserves a much better, debut than that, or he will be called up on the Raw after WrestleMania. And I think if that happens, Riddle is going to be the star who makes the North American Championship. The North American Championship will be the making of Matt Riddle, and Matt Riddle will be the making of the North American Championship. So with that, I'm going for a new champion. Dream over. Dream moves on. Do you agree?
I do not agree with you on
Of
this.
course you don't.
For the simple reason that if Riddle does win, Dream loses on his first title defense, people just assume it's going to happen every time. So Riddle will lose on his first title defense. It's happened twice in a row. Why won't it happen a third time?
I mean, it can happen. It happened with the UFC heavyweight belt quite a lot. That's obviously real fighting, where it was an anomaly for a heavyweight to defend the belt regularly. Really until Cormier at the moment. But I get what you're saying.
The only reason is that everyone wants Dream as a champion. Everyone wanted him for a champion ever since they got into him, and I don't think they want
The reaction
fans,
as well.
they'll be like so angry with everyone if Dream loses this. So.
Well, I mean, obviously something like that. Riddle's got a lot of fans as well. I mean, it's face v face, and in that regard, I don't know. You're going with Dream, I'm going with Riddle, so we are in disagreement for the second time in a row. It's going to be an interesting night watching this show. Following on from that, we have another special match with a long reigning champion, and it is the NXT Championship, NXT Women's Championship, sorry, and a fatal four-way match. And the reason for that is because she's been running amok with the Four Horsewomen of MMA, interfering in matches, beating people down, choking people out, just being a bully. So she has been put into a match, a fatal four-way, against three of her main rivals. Kairi Sane, who has beaten her before for the belt. Io Shirai, who pinned her in a six-woman tag, which caused a little friction with them, the Sky Pirates and Bianca Belair. And Bianca Belair had her beat when she hit the Kiss of Death, but some referee shenanigans stopped that going through. So the odds are very much against her, especially as she doesn't have to be involved in the fall. So, with all of that, and with Shayna Baszler being my favourite female on the roster of NXT, who are you going for?
I'm going to go for Shayna Baszler in this one. She's beaten all three of them up at once on one of the last shows, so she could do it again. She's beaten most of the top women on NXT. She's won in a fatal four-way before, I believe.
I think she has, yeah. I mean, the women have had fatal four-ways quite a bit in the past, and they've all been really good. I mean, Shayna Baszler is... It's crazy to think that Shayna Baszler is the developmental Ronda Rousey, when, apart from widespread name appeal, she's so far ahead of Ronda in the majority of wrestling. And she's in developmental. She's what Ronda should be, and Ronda's been great, don't get me wrong, but Shayna Baszler is what Ronda should be. I am also going for Shayna. I think Shayna's going to retain her belt as well. I dithered with this one. I dithered with quite a lot of the matches on this card, actually. I dithered with this one because if Rousey's staying around, there's still the potential for the Four Horsewomen versus Four Horsewomen feud. For that to happen, realistically, the three in NXT need to come up to the main roster, at least for a short term. Shayna's ready, the other two aren't yet, so that could be a sticking point. There's also, because it's developmental, generally you should be moving on. Although Triple H has said, and it's viewed pretty much as a third brand rather than a minor league these days. So people could stay there and flourish. But I think Shayna's going to win the match. I think she's going to tap out or submit Bianca Belair. Wouldn't put it past me for one of them to hit a big move and for Shayna just to throw them out and pin them off the foot that way. So yeah, I'm going for Shayna Baszler to keep the belt. You're going for Shayna Baszler to keep the belt.
Yeah.
So that will be another champion retain. And lastly, which will be the main event of the show, we have mentioned that we don't know what the order of the card is, but this will be the main event. It's Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole in the NXT main stipulation, 2 out of 3 falls. There's been countless fantastic 2 out of 3 falls matches. Cesaro, Sami Zayn springs immediately to mind, as does DIY versus the Revival in Toronto when DIY won the belt. Johnny Gargano obviously part in that match. This is unfortunate. It should have been Gargano versus Ciampa. The culmination of a 2 and a bit year storyline, or an almost 2 year storyline, sorry. From the same night that Pete Dunne won the UK title in Chicago. Gargano and Ciampa had such a storied run from coming into the original Dusty Classic, through the Cruiserweight Classic tournament, through trying to win the tag team belts, winning the tag team belts, losing the tag team belts, splitting up, Ciampa getting injured so having to delay it, Johnny turning heel, being Johnny failure. Everything led to this night, WrestleMania weekend, the biggest takeover ever, and then Gargano had to get neck surgery. And I don't know if you've seen, I don't think you have, WWE PC YouTube channel put a nice little video, part 1 of 2 of Ciampa going in for his neck surgery. Totally see him in a different light. This should have been Gargano's moment. Gargano should be beating Ciampa tonight for the title. And because of that, I'm going for Adam Cole to win the belt. One, Undisputed Era need to win. They need to have, they've said 2019 is going to be the year of gold for them. They need to win. On the other side of that, Gargano shouldn't win the belt from anyone but Ciampa. That the storyline needs him to beat Ciampa for the belt. Now, we're going to discuss something a little later to see how this could come around. But I'm going for Adam Cole to win the belt and to run with Undisputed Era, who over the course of the next couple of months could get the tag belts back and could get the North American Championship, leading to the stable having all the belts. That's always a good visual, even if it's a short-term thing. Do you think that Adam Cole is going to walk out with the belt, or do you think Gargano is going to reach the top without having the culmination of the Gargano-Ciampa storyline? What are you going for?
I'm going to agree with you on this match. I think Adam Cole will take the belt for obviously the simple reason that you said. He can't win it from anyone else but Ciampa, otherwise storyline won't make any sense at all.
Yeah, it's the main sticking point for me. So you think Cole is going to take the belt also, so we're agreeing on that one. He deserves it as well. Adam Cole has been killing it. And I've also, from reports, Gargano and Ciampa had a house show match that was epic. They've said that would have been a 5-star main event for a takeover. They now have a takeover and they now have potentially three falls to spread it over. It's going to be amazing. Takeover, there hasn't been a bad takeover. We've spoken about this before. This looks like it could be the best takeover ever. Last year, the WrestleMania last year one, New Orleans, has that honour, arguably. It'll be interesting if this one takes that and pips it. If it does, it's going to be an amazing night. WrestleMania is going to struggle to follow it. But yeah, Adam Cole walking out with the NXT Championship. And that is how the show is going to end. However, it's not how the predictions are going to end. So we have 5 random predictions. So the first one is who is going to be unveiled in the takeover crowd as a new signing. Now, there's been quite a raft of signings over the last couple of months since the last takeover, and the standouts, the more likely ones, are Robert Strauss, who wrestled as Robbie E in Impact, Rob Eckos on the indie scene, There's Trevor Lee and Sam Shaw, also Impact people. Rachel Evers, aka Rachel Ellering, who had a short stint in NXT but then went off and did some independent stuff. Chelsea Green, carrying an injury at the moment. She wrestled in Impact as well as the Hot Mess, Laurel Van Ness. Those are the bigger ones, the bigger name ones, the more likely ones. There's also Ilya Dragunov, who's in the UK, NXT UK division, but with the NXT UK belt being on the line, he could be there. Outside shots are Court Moore, the former Stokely Hathaway manager extraordinaire, and 3.0 tag team Scott Parker, Shane Matthews, who I've heard a lot of good things about, but I have no knowledge of them, never seen their work, but I've heard some good things, so they may make an appearance. However, of them, I think Chelsea Green, possibly. Rachel Evers has been seen before, so they may not do that. If I had to pick anyone, it's going to be Trevor Lee and Robbie E. And that wasn't meant to rhyme, but it did. So I think Trevor Lee and Robbie E will be in the Takeover crowd, getting the wave treatment. What about you? You're not as familiar with some of the names I mentioned there.
No.
But you've heard me talk about Trevor Lee a lot.
Yeah.
So, from the names listed here, I've written them down for us to have a look up. Who do you think, from them, you pick two, will actually appear in the Takeover crowd?
I'm going to stick with the two that you picked.
Right, so you're going for Robbie E and Trevor Lee as well. The next random prediction is, how will the falls go in the main event, the 2 out of 3 falls match? So who do you think is taking the first fall?
I think Johnny's going to take the first fall.
Oh, you think Johnny's going to take the first one? And then you think Cole's on, because since you've got Cole winning, Cole's going to take 2 in a row, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to go... It's not been done in NXT, I don't think. It's rarely done at all. It's been done in the main roster a few times. I think Cole's going to win it 2 straight. That's my prediction. I think Cole's going to win, whether he wins it fair or not, but I think he's going to win 2 straight. With the main event, is Ciampa going to appear on the show at all?
Yes, I think maybe considering Johnny will win, or I'm thinking Johnny will win the first one, he's about to pin someone, but then Ciampa just walks just down the ramp and just stands or sits there just on the ramp distracting Johnny. Adam Cole gets a little schoolboy in, gets that first fall for him, and then he gets the second fall shortly after.
Yeah, so you think he's going to be... I mean, I thought it'd be an interesting thing to do. He's just had the surgery though, so I don't know how up to any physical activity is. He obviously can't take any bumps. I think he'll appear after Johnny loses. Maybe shaking his head. I don't even know if he can shake his head. It's the next surgery. Figuratively shaking his head at least then. But I don't think he's going to interfere. Sticking again with the main event, will the Undisputed Era be banned from ringside for the match?
I think they might be allowed to get in at the start, but the ref will kick them out like near the straight away.
Yeah, because they don't have a match on the card, so they'll be there. Yeah. So you think they're going to come out with Cole, do some of the interference stuff, and get a "you're out of here"?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they'll be banned from ringside before the match starts.
Yeah.
I think they'll still come out with him, but I think the referee will send them to the back straight away. And lastly, in the Women's Championship match, who will pin or submit who to win the bout?
I think Shane is going to pin Kairi Sane.
You think she's going to pin Kairi Sane?
Yeah. No, submit.
You think she'll choke her out? Or submit her, but yeah, she was going to choke out.
Yeah.
I think she's going to pin Bianca Belair. I think that, or I'm predicting that Sky Pirates will hit either the big elbow, the insane elbow, or moonsault, and Shayna will do what I mentioned earlier. She'll grab whoever hits it, chuck them out, and steal the pinfall. So I think she'll win the match by chicanery. And there we have it. That is our predictions for NXT Takeover New York. Tune into the show tonight on the WWE Network. Leave your comments down below. Let us know what you think will be the outcome of the matches and any other little predictions you may have. Like, share the video, and we will see you again soon on the next episode. Goodbye.